Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Kalika Prasad Yadav, head the Department of English, Sri Vishwanath PG College, Kalan Sultanpur. Today, I would like to teach BA third year, paper second, model paper. I come on model paper. The subject is paper second. Paper second. The title of the paper is 20th Century English Literature. 20th Century English Literature. 20th Century English Literature. The name of the paper is 20th Century English Literature. The paper is related to 2020. Model paper is related to 2020. As you know, before 2020 the paper pattern was different, which would not be beneficial for you. The paper pattern has changed. That is why I come direct on 2020 paper, model paper. As you know that question is divided into three sections. Section A, first of all I come on section A. Instruction is attempt all questions, give answer of each question in about 50 words. The first question is from section A. Section A. First question is in Roman figure. You will write the answer also as it is in paper also. Describe briefly the symbolic elements in the poetry of W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats. W.B. Yeats' full name is William Butler Yeats, a great modern poet, a great 20th century poet who is famous for his symbolism, folklore, myth, Celtic revival. Celtic revival means the folklore, myth and other things which were popular in Ireland. W.B. Yeats has exposed, has disclosed, has described in his poetry. So he is also called national poet of Ireland because he has exposed, he has described all the tendencies, all the activities, all the qualities, all the tradition and culture which were popular, which were prevalent in Ireland in his time. He was a great poet. I come on the question, describe briefly the symbolic element in the poetry of W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats was a great poet, great symbolic poet. Symbolism means a thing which is applied as an option for expressing something. The writer wants to clarify something, the writer wants to describe something, that is why he applies, he uses some symbol. W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats was a great symbolic poet who has described so many symbols which were prevalent in Ireland. The major symbols of his poetry is the symbolic elements in the poetry of W.B. Yeats is symbolic element in the poetry of W.B. Yeats is the rose, the tower, the rose, the tower, the gyre, the rose, the tower, the gyre, the wheel, the sword, the sea, the bird, the tree, the sun, the moon, the gold, the silver, the earth, the water, the air and the fire. so many symbols are applied. W.B. Yeats has applied so many symbols in his poetry, either that is Shelling to Byzantium or any other poem. He has applied so many symbols to expose his view. Symbol, something which is applied as an option for something, for expressing the vision of the poet, the view of the poet is called symbol. In this way, the symbolic element in the poetry of W.B. Yeats is the rose, the tower, the gyre, the fire. So many symbolic elements are applied by the poet. I have completed the first question, the symbolic element in the poetry of W.B. Yeats. The second question of your unsolved paper is, why is modern age called an age of anxiety and interrogation? Discuss in brief. We come on modern age. As you know that modern age is the age of scientific progress. The modern age is the age of scientific progress and revolutions and the altering social, economical, political and moral conditions of society. Mean modern age is the age of scientific revolutions and the altering social, economical, political and moral conditions of the society. Thus, this age has increased in frustration and anxiety and cynicism. Mean in modern age, there is scientific revolutionary age, economical progress, there is great competition. There is great competition in economical field, in all the field. In this modern age, there is the great competition in all the field of life. That is why modern age is called an age of anxiety and interrogation. Again understand, you will write from question, as your question is, why is modern age called an age of anxiety and interrogation? Modern age is called an age of anxiety and interrogation because modern age is the age of scientific revolutions, and on account of scientific revolutions, men have competition in all the field of life, economic, professional and other field. That is why modern age is called an age of anxiety and interrogation, because there is a competition in all the field. In this age, in the modern age, there is the great competition in all the field of life. That is why modern age is called an age of anxiety and interrogation. I have completed 2 questions from section A. The third question is, what do you mean by Byzantium? The word Byzantium, Greek was an ancient Greek city. Byzantium was a Greek ancient city in classical antiquity that became known as Constantinople in late. In this way, Byzantium is W.B. Yeats has applied Byzantium symbolical city of the unity of being, the kingdom of artistic imagination and monuments of amazing intellect. That is, Byzantium is a symbolic word applied by W.B. Yeats in his poem Sailing to Byzantium. As you know, Byzantium was a Greek city which was famous for its culture and civilization. But when the Turk attacked upon Constantinople, they destroyed the culture of that great city Byzantium. So far as the concept of W.B. Yeats is concerned, This is the symbolic city. This is the symbolic word applied by W.B. Yeats for unity of being, the kingdom of artistic imagination and monuments of amazing intellect. W.B. Yeats has become old. That is why he says that there is no place for him in that city. In this way, what do you mean by Byzantium? Byzantium was a Greek city where Constantinople Byzantium was a Greek ancient city in classical antiquity, known as Constantinople in late, and it was also destroyed. The culture was also destroyed by the Turk who attacked upon it. They destroyed the culture of that city. Byzantium is a symbolic city. What do you mean by Byzantium? Byzantium is a symbolic city applied by W.B. Yeats, which was famous for its culture and art in ancient time. In this way, describe any three qualities of Eliot's poetry. In this way, I have built three questions. Next question is, first question, describe briefly the symbolic elements in the poetry of W.B. Yeats. Second question, why is modern age called an age of anxiety and interrogation? Modern age is called the age of anxiety and interrogation because there is scientific invention. There is scientific revolution. And competition in all the field of life. On account of scientific revolution and competition in all the field of life, modern age is called the age of anxiety and interrogation. What do you mean by Byzantium? Byzantium is a symbolic word. Byzantium, symbolic word used by W.B. Yeats. Byzantium is a symbolic word used by W.B. Yeats. Sailing to Byzantium. Sailing to Byzantium means voyage to Byzantium. Byzantium was a great city which was famous for its culture and civilization in ancient time, but it was destroyed by the Turk. When the Turk attacked upon it, they destroyed the culture. W.B. Yeats says that there is no place for him in that specific city because he has become old, where everyone is lusty, involved in lust, involved in sensual pleasure. In this way, this is the main meaning of Byzantium. Next, we come on the next point. The next question is, we come on the next question. Next question of your unsolved paper is, we come on the next question of your unsolved paper. Describe any three qualities of Eliot's poetry. Eliot as a poet, or Eliot's poetry three qualities. Eliot's poetry. What is Eliot's poetry? So far as the concept of Eliot is concerned, Eliot has written an essay named Tradition and Individual Talent in 1990. Eliot was not only a great poet but also a great critic. He was masterpiece critic of his time. He has written an essay named Tradition and Individual Talent in 1919, in which he has told that first quality of poetry is poetry as a medium. Poetry is only as a medium. Poetry is as a medium. Eliot says that tradition, in his essay Tradition and Individual Talents, Eliot says that poet is a medium. Poet is only a medium for composing poetry. He should cross through tradition but not blindly support. He should expose the culture. He should expose the weakness. He should expose the weakness. He must expose the weakness which is prevalent in the society. He is a medium. Poet is a medium. Tradition and individual talent. Poet must not follow only the tradition blindly, but individual talent. He must apply the talent. He should follow the tradition, but the tradition which is not useful for society, he must avoid that. In his poem The Waste Land, Eliot exposed the culture of England, decay of culture, so that the England may improve. In the coming time, in future, the culture was decayed. There was no culture. He says, London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. In this way, first quality of poetry, or Eliot's poetry, first quality is that poetry is as a medium. Poetry is not emotional only, but poetry is as a medium. And next point of Eliot, poetry is impersonal. Poetry must be impersonal. Poetry must be impersonal, not personal. Although the poetry of romantic age is personal, but Eliot says that poetry must be impersonal. Related to the society. Poet is a medium who represents the society. Poet represents the society through his composition. Poetry must be impersonal, related to the society. The feelings, the evils which are prevalent, they must abolish. It would be also the main mission of the poet to abolish the evil, abolish the evil which is prevalent in contemporary society. Poetry is as a medium. First point of Eliot's poetry. Poetry must be impersonal. And the next point of his poetry is that correlate. Poetry must correlate. Objective correlative. Objective correlative is also the main factor of Eliot's poetry. Objective, objective, objective correlative. Objective correlative is also, objective correlative means set of object, situation and chain of events must be correlate each other. This is also the main quality of poetry. And next point of his poetry is myth. Myth is also, in this way, this is the main emotion, is also emotion and feeling is also main factor of poetry. In this way, this is the main tendency of Eliot's poetry. We come on the next question. The next question is What is nemesis? This is a term. Nemesis. Nemesis. Question number 5. Nemesis. Nemesis means punishment that somebody deserves. Punishment that somebody deserves. Punishments that somebody deserves. That is poetic justice. You have also read poetic justice. Poetic justice means if the art is good, artist must be rewarded. Otherwise, punishment, they must be punished if there is not the good quality. Poetic justice or nemesis, both are same. Nemesis mean punishments that somebody deserves. If the artist has not all the quality of art, if the artist has not all the good quality as well as skill of art, they must be punished. On the other hand, if they have all the quality of art and they have exposed the skill completely, they must be rewarded. This is called nemesis in literature. Next question. Difference between subjective and objective essay. In the next video, I shall meet you again. I have told you only 5 questions today. It was my first class for you. In the next video, I shall meet you again. I hope that you will remind and repeat, staying at your home. Read so that you may touch the climax. Thanks.